It's the internet, you're busy, let's do this. Welcome to my look at Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order. This is the latest Star Wars game from publisher Electronic Arts. It is out now. They emailed us today and said we could release a preview of it, like a preview video, and it had all these stipulations. But they just told us that today, and the review embargo is at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is when the game comes out. So yeah, the video's coming out now. This is whenever this is. Who knows? It might be after the embargo. I have no idea, because it's not like I have a ton of time to do this. So yeah, you would think if the review embargo is for when the game releases, that must mean that the EA is not very confident in this game or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I can't see why. The game is awesome. I love it. It's one of my favorite games of the year. It's one of my top Star Wars games ever. It's one of the best games I've played since Titanfall 2. It's not quite as good as Titanfall 2. Nothing in this world ever is, but you know. So, you play as Cal Kestis, which is this handsome young lad right here, and you are on a mission to potentially restore the Jedi Order, which has fallen because Order 66 has happened in Revenge of the Sith, and now it is up to you to do something to maybe reverse that, maybe bring back the Jedi, maybe fix things. Oh, homeboy wants to fight. Homeboy saw me. But yeah, so that's the setup. What is the game? Let's if we're gonna get reductive, it is Metroid Prime and a Souls game, or like Sekiro, basically From Software game. Combat is Dark Souls. The save system is Dark Souls, and the punishment for when you die is very much like a FromSoft game. The world and the exploration and all that stuff is Metroid Prime. If you've played Metroid Prime or any of the games in that series, this is going to look familiar. It might even sound a little bit familiar. I mean, I guess the sound for Metroid Prime is probably aping Star Wars to a degree. The map, it's not just, the map looks like Metroid Prime. The game is very much set up like a Metroidvania. You're exploring all these spaces and stuff. It's, I love it. What I like about it is that you are always making progress. That's what the game is about, really. We're going to look around here. We're going to look around this corner. We're going to see if there's anything else. Did I not get this? Oh, I couldn't slice it the first time. Come on, BD1. Hey, BD1. Did the prompt go away? What happened? You just being a lazy? You can see a little guy on my shoulder right there. That's BD1. He's my droid companion. He's my life mate, honestly. Let's be real here. I love him more than anything in this world. He is my pure little boy. He is special to me, and I love him. About this progression, basically what it works like this. This looks like a maze. It is a maze. You are going to you're going to land here with your ship. You're going to try to get to a point where it's yellow, or it's this sort of orangish thing, and that's that's your goal. And you have to figure out how to get from your ship to the goal. And in doing so, you are going to explore these spaces and then unlock shortcuts. There's a ton of shortcuts, and these shortcuts enable you to something that might have taken an hour to explore to get in. To get out, it's going to take you 10 minutes. But saying to get out, that means once you get to your goal, the ship doesn't fly by and pick you up. You're not come I need a landing zone, or an evac, get me out of here. Or a lot of games you go through the stage, and as you go through the level, you are slowly working your way back towards the beginning, even though you're always going forward. And then all of a sudden, you beat the boss, and now you look up, and now I'm back at my ship, and I can get out of here. This doesn't do that. This is a game where you go down deep into a cave and beat a boss. Now it's time to go back out and go back the way you came. But the point is that you have unlocked these shortcuts that make that return journey feel like a reward. I did all this work to unlock all these shortcuts to get these force abilities, which is also a big part of the game, and that makes exploration easier and more fluid and faster. And now on my way out, I get to, you know, take advantage of all that work that I did, and it's really good. It feels really nice. I'm a big fan of it. So yeah. Also, that I said some things are like Dark Souls. One of the things that's also like Dark Souls is the health system. You can see on the bottom left corner, there's a number 6. That's basically how many like swigs of my Estus flask I have. If you're a Dark Souls fan, or I can't remember what they call it in any of the other games. But at any time, I could just say, hey, BD1, give me a stem, and now I have 5 stems left. And then if I go to a save point and rest, I'll get all my stems back, but also it'll resurrect almost all of the enemies. That is like, you know, that's exactly how it works in a FromSoft game. It's how it works here. I think all that stuff works really well. The combat is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not someone who like worships FromSoft games, but I enjoy them. Sekiro is another one of my favorite games of the year. And what I like about them is that, you know, they are challenging. It does feel good to like get through a tough battle. But also I feel like I'm just sort of like learning the repetition. I'm learning the pattern, and that wears thin after a while. You'll get to a point where you might have the boss at half life, and you know, a lot of games do this. The boss battle will suddenly end. It'll be over with no warning, and you know, an event will happen. You'll get interrupted by some other thing that's like exterior to the battle, and it pushes you further along in the level, or it moves the entire story along or something. And that happens quite a few times. Like, the boss battles are never just like, oh, here's a hurdle standing in your way to getting back to the progression. A lot of the times it is, here is, you know, push your way through this battle, and then we're gonna keep moving things along. And sometimes we're gonna like let you get halfway through that battle, and we're gonna drag you along so you continue to like push forward. And for me, that made this game really, it has a really nice pace to it because of that. I will say there's one thing about the graphics that bothers me. It looks like there's not a lot of ambient occlusion. Like, look at the inside of his cloak and how it's like the same. It has the same lighting mostly as the outside. Like, there's no self-shadowing happening. At least not on the materials, it feels like. I think on his face it happens, maybe. Like on his neck there. But where materials meet each other, I don't see a lot of ambient occlusion. Like, you'd see like where the boots meet the ground. There should be like just a tiny bit of shadow bunching up around where like the actual boot material meets the rest that meets the floor, and it makes the game look very video gamey. It makes it look like it is existing in a development tool set. It's not the worst. It really doesn't bother me when I'm playing it, but it's something I think I notice occasionally, and it's occasionally distracting, I'll say. Honestly, Jedis are horrific. This guy was like running at you with a lightsaber, and it'd be really scary. So this is the inside of the ship. It's called the Silver Mantis, the Silicon Mantis. I can't remember. Let's look it up right now. They just call it the Mantis. I think it has another name, but oh well. And you can do stuff like plant seeds and grow. Oh yeah, I just planted a new seed and grow plants and spruce up the inside of this place. But it's not like a huge ship. There's not a ton to do here. I did let in a stowaway. I won't say any more, but like on Bogano, once you get all your Jedi skills, definitely go back to the first planet and try to just explore the starting area. But yeah, basically this is your ship. You go around the universe in it, and really the universe is just a couple planets. But like, here you go. Like, we can just travel to some other places. Let's see. That was Zepho. I think I'm missing something big because I'm only at 71% explored there. Like some of these other ones, I'm like 90%. So let's go back to Bogano. Man, but I've only gotten 7 of 16 chests, so that's weird. You know what? No, let's do Bogano. Uh-oh. I think BD1's outside the ship. That's a bug. Hey, what are you doing out there, buddy?
Drop out of hyperspace. Sit down.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down. But BD1 is out in the vacuum of space while we are traveling faster than the speed of light. I'm sure that it's not good for his gears. Oh my god, he's still He's still, like, way over there. Hey, BD1, why are you floating off into space? Alright, whatever. Let's see, I wonder if I can... So I will say the game is, like, slightly buggy, but it's all this kind of stuff. Stuff that is not gonna break anything.
There you go.
Oh, another thing, you can, you're not just, like, getting your force powers back, you're also upgrading BD1. He has a ton of abilities that are useful, that are very helpful to exploration and to opening these these chests and stuff. Like, you start out, you can only go down these things, but eventually you upgrade BD1 and then you can go up them. Again, you know, it makes exploration just that much faster. Okay, that's Jedi Fallen Order. We'll probably have some more gameplay at some point. We're going to be doing a podcast about it as well. You can get that at GamesBeat Decides. That is, you get it on GamesBeat.com. We'll have the post there, but you can also find GamesBeat Decides on, like, iTunes and wherever you find podcasts. My review will also go up at, let's see, 9 p.m. Pacific, so midnight Eastern. So by the time you're watching this, it should already be out. You can check that out on GamesBeat.com as well. All right, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Goodbye.
Oh no.
You know what? I'm not gonna deal with you. Go to hell. And that is how you Jedi.
Thanks, BD.
You just throw people off of cliffs. Pretty sure Qui-Gon Jinn taught him that.